Hello, today I'm starting a series on chess and I want to do some videos about the Italian game. So I think that the best opening to do for the Italian game to start with is the Freliver attack. So the Freliver attack takes place when player plays e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. In this position we have the Italian game. We can see a lot of opening that take place with this setting. Today we will continue with the two knight defense and then we got the knight attack. The principal reason why you would play knight g5 like that is to attack this really weak pawn on f7. It's attacked twice by the bishop and by the knight, while it's only defend once by the king. This is the weakest pawn on the board when you start the game. So it's in some game it's important to see how you can deal with this weakness. The only thing black can do to add a defender is this position is queen e7, but this will result in black losing the queen after the trade. So black main response to this is to cut off the attack from the bishop to the pawn, mainly by playing d5. Then white will play e capture on d5, attacking the knight. Uh, so black will try to defend again. There's many way to defend again this move, but in this video we're gonna see the Freliver attack. So for the Freliver attack to take place, we will see knight takes on d5. From this position, we would really like to capture the pawn here, even if our bishop is blocked by the knight. We still have great attack that could take place. So, for example, when we take on f7, the Freliver attack take place. You're actually attacking the queen. Whoops, sorry for this. You're actually attacking. Well, sorry again. We're actually attacking the queen and the rook. If you doesn't want to part either with your queen or with your rook, the king will need to capture the knight, which is the only good move in this position. So here we go. For example, king capture knight. Now the queen can enter the game. You can go queen f3 with check. Here it is. And in this position, the black king has only five move. It can also result in a mate. For example, if the black king goes there, mate will follow. I will show you. It's actually mate in 3. I'm sure pretty all of you can see it. You simply capture the knight with the bishop. Once the bishop is eliminated, you get this nice mate. You can also do the same mate with the bishop if you want to do it with more style, if we can say so. But you need to start with the queen. Here we go. Now the queen need to capture because it's the longest way possible. If the queen doesn't capture, for example, if you just block with the bishop, then the mate just happen quicker. So usually in chess you don't want to be mate, but when you get mate, you want to do it more difficult for your opponent to mate you. So you will try to complicate thing and make the mate happen in the more move possible. So if we go back to this position, now we analyze this move. There is also some possibility to blocks, for example, with the queen. But you can just, if I will show you. If you do it with the queen, you can just trade down. The king will have to move again. Then whatever the move black plays, you can trade down more pieces. For example, you capture the knight, and then you will have this position where black mess up his pawn structure. You will have four pawns islands. You have only two. You are ready to castle kingside to bring the rook into the game. You're ready to develop your bishop. You're ready to develop the knight. While the black king is in the middle of the board, already blocking his locks for bishop. The rook are blocked by the bishop, so it's hard to make them enter the game. So this is, if you don't want to move the king, this is not really good for you. You will have a similar variation if the king goes there or there. I will show you. For example, king goes there. You simply continue with the bishop. Then the queen will come here. Then you go there with the bishop. Even if the bishop is captured there, you can simply simplify the game by doing so. And again, black has four pawn islands, and you're fully operational on your side. You will be ready to develop your pieces and to attack the black king, which is in the center of the board. The same thing will happen if you go there. You will see similar stuff going on. For again. And I'm showing you this simplified version only because it's a lot easier to play once you eliminated the pieces, the enemy pieces. You will have, it will be more easy than to try to go against crazy engine lines. You will have less chance to blunder, and it will be more easy to convert this game into a win for you. A last one that I want to show you another one that I want to show you is if the king goes here. It's a bit more tricky, but you will still be able to trade down. If the king goes here, you still capture the knight because it's basically you're gaining back the piece you sacrifice on f7. But black has a little trick here. You can go knight d5 with an attack on the queen. Sorry, I will really need to stop using the right click of the mouse. He has an attack on the queen, and he also has an attack on the c3 pawn, okay, I don't know what's happening. Okay, he will have this. He will also have an attack on the king and on the rook, so a nice fork here. To deal with this, white will have to check the king. King only move is to go here. Then you will need to bring the knight on the attack. You will mainly do it this way by going knight a3 because it's also covering the pawn here, and you have nice mating pattern here. Nice way to check the king, in fact, so you would gain a move. After that, the black main response is queen here, and then once you do a little check to the king to push him a bit further back, you can take the queen, and you will be able to you're already up in development, and you will be able to continue this game while black has three pawn islands. Once the queen is captured back, you just protect this pawn so to avoid the knight to take it. Then black can try to kick your bishop. You go back with the bishop. Then you simply the king can come into the attack for black, but you simply kick the knight, make move for your king, and continue the game as you want. So basically, if black do one of the move I show you, it's actually really good for you, and you will actually have a really nice game. Now, one move that can cause you a little bit more trouble is if the king goes to e6 to defend the knight. Now the knight is defend twice while you attack it twice also. So you can't capture the knight for the moment. What you will do is add another attacker to the knight. The best way to do so is simply by going knight c3. It's developing your pieces. It's attacking the knight, and you need to remember that the knight is pinned at the moment. So If we continue now, a black need to add another defender to the knight. You can do so by going knight knight b4 or knight e7. If you go knight e7, for example, you can have a nice attacking time while striking in the center with d4, basically trying to open line to the enemy's king. For example, if black is greedy and try to take all the pawns, you're just going to develop your bishop, you're giving up the knight also. Now you can castle queenside. If black continue to be greedy, this just create more safety for your king. Now you have this nice pawn mix pawn wall, if we can say so, and you can already bring the attack into the game. For example, whatever move black play, let's say defends the knight because need to do it because it was attacked 3 times while soon defended only twice because the rook is coming here. Now check, if the king goes here, you get this nice discoveries uh, will result in mate. For example, this. Now, if you want to save the queen, you get a nice mate in one. For example, this is just one of the example that can happen. There's also a mate in 10 that can occur if black goes here. You simply take here, and black can take the rook, because if he take the rook, if, for example, with knight, you got a mate in 1. And if you take it with the pawn, you get a mate in 2 using a similar pattern like this. I will still show you the mate in 10 because maybe it's nice to see, maybe it will inspire you in your game. So we got this rook, then the king will have to go there. You can, don't be greedy with the queen, you can go here, you can block. Now you take the queen. Now the queen's coming, your queen's coming back into the game. King will have to go to hide again. Now the queen's coming closer, already threatening mate on f7. The king's trying to escape. Now you bring the rook. Last desperate attempt to block with the bishop. You continue. You increase the pressure. Now you can capture with the bishop. Then the mating net is there. So this is just an example of how crazy game can be in the frail lever attack in some game. Basically, you're just chasing the enemy king down. So now if we go back to this move with the knight back here, we will see a move with the knight forward with the knight on a b4. Now the main goal of this move is to defend the I will need to fix that right click thing, is to defend the knight here and to attack here. What you will do here, if you want to be just safe, there is no move like simply to defend the pawn like bishop like this, or another move is queen here. But the main move you can do in this position is just to castle. You eliminate the threat, and if white want to continue to attack you, but for example by going by capturing this pawn, well, he will just lose his knight here, and once the king moves, you can simply move the rook, and you're in perfect play. Even this check is possible. Now black will have a really hard time just for the price of this pawn. So it's actually a bad idea for black to capture, and this castling thing just amplify it really much for you. Now we will see what it can do if black just doesn't capture the pawn. Once you castle, black will defend the knight here to add a defender. Now this knight can move here. This knight can move. So you're gonna do a strike in the center, like we see. Now the king will have to move. You kick the other knight. Maybe black will capture here. You capture this knight first to remove the threat. Then the knight here you can capture it, capture. Then you do rook lift and you attack this pawn, and you will be perfectly fine. This is a bit far advanced, but still you will have this is an example again of how the Ferrari attack can be crazy. You're still hunting the king down the board. And lastly, we will see another move with knight here. It's an attacking move, but it can go crazy pretty fast for black. It's to bring the knight to d4, which attack the queen, so forcing the queen to move. To simplify and avoid knight capture on c1, which is the threat, you can just capture with the queen on d5. Now you trade everything. You move the bishop to defend the pawn, and everything is fine. Even if it's attacked twice, you simply push the d pawn. Then the bishop is again free to enter the game. You can castle if you want to bring the other rooks into the game. So it's a really nice attack. So I think this concludes our video on the Ferrari attack. I hope you will have really much fun answering them into your enjoying this variation into your game. I really hope you like it. Don't hesitate to leave comments under the video. It will be a pleasure for me to read you. And have a nice day.